Well, an early good evening, late afternoon on this Friday. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill coming to you from Vancouver, Washington, this evening. By the way, if you haven't had a chance to watch it, I invite you to do so. Earlier this morning on my YouTube channel, I posted my summer outlook for 2025, which basically zeroes in completely and only, if you will, on the threat for 90-degree temperatures this summer, meaning how many days do I think we're likely to see? Also, the threat of 100 degrees this summer. And I spent a lot of time getting into what the trends have been, what the summer data shows for Portland site specific going back to 2000. And the trend is undeniable. So if that interests you, please check that out on my summer outlook that I posted this morning. And I post it usually the first part of May because basically, even though the earliest 90-degree temperature out of PDX is April 30th, and even though the latest in the record book for 90-degree heat is October 5th, generally, we start hitting 90s in May, June, July, August, and September during those 5 months. So I invite you to check that out. I do want to touch on what's upcoming for the weekend. If you've been outdoors in the last couple of hours, you may notice the winds kicking up a little bit, cloudiness slowly increasing, and we do have changes coming in for the weekend, namely a cooler weekend pattern with at least a rain chance here on the west side and maybe some storms east of the Cascade. So I just grabbed this satellite picture. Here is the front. The solid band of clouds is just slowly starting to edge into the Willamette Valley's evening approaches. And behind it, here's this cooler batch of air where you see the speckled white. Those are cumulus clouds. Cooler instability coming into Saturday with the chance of sun breaks and scattered showers. This cooler batch of air will quickly move out of here, it looks like, on Monday, and we'll get into some much warmer weather again. So this is what I'm going to be getting into. I don't think I touched on this with you. If I did, I apologize. So real quick, if you haven't seen the April climate report for PDX, turned out to be an average high of 67 degrees. That's 5 degrees above normal for the month. That's fourth warmest all time. Average low also above normal, and 2 degrees was actually good enough, 2 degrees above normal to be fourth warmest all time. Mean temperature, what we really look at was second warmest all time at plus 3.6. So second warmest all time out at PDX. Records go back to 1941. The rain did not make the top five list for dry Aprils. We only picked up a little bit over an inch, and normal is closer to 3 inches. Okay, enough of that. The Momentous Wealth podcast sponsors my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. And they post this podcast with a library of investment topics meant to educate you if you are an investor or somebody who's saving for retirement. Brought to you by the Momentous Wealth Management Team, licensed in Oregon and in Washington. Okay, here's the satellite picture. It's been a pretty good day. Yesterday, if you haven't heard, Portland made it to 84. My forecast was 85, so we were right there. And yesterday, now the warmest temperature of the year so far for much of the Willamette Valley. Cloudy at the coast, Depot Bay, Gerhardt by the Sea, Tillamook Head, socked in under the clouds, but still sunny out in the gorge and varying areas of sunshine here in the valley still. Clouds are slowly increasing from the west, but many areas are still really sunny. There's the cloudiness at the coast, and there's partly cloudy skies over in Central Oregon. Actually, about the same sky condition in Warm Springs at Canita Hot Springs Resort as it is here in the Rose City. We will continue to see cloudiness increase this evening. I think eventually, remember that solid cloud band at the front? Eventually, we'll cloud over. Here's what the blended model future radar product looks like. So this is 5 o'clock this afternoon, right about now. Here is rain with that solid cloud band that's mainly offshore and just starting to move inland. So let me play this. Now, this evening, see the rain around Redmond and Bend? This could turn into thunderstorm activity, but this is light rain that moves across it. Let me back this up. So this is 7 o'clock this evening, some light rain at the coast. And then look what happens. This would be 10 o'clock tonight. The gray areas, meaning maybe some sprinkles or traces of rain, and that's it. So not much. But overnight, this does heighten the chance of getting some light rain. This shows some rain near downtown and over onto the east side. And then we go into early tomorrow morning, maybe some rain early in Portland, but basically the better chance of rain Saturday is right here along the Cascades and over to Central Oregon and farther to the east. And these could be thunderstorm activity, or at the very least, heavy downpours tomorrow scattered about in central and eastern areas. And then if I play this into Sunday morning, let me back it up. Here's as far as it goes. This is almost into Sunday morning. The rain is starting to shift into Idaho. We have all the dry weather back to our west. Here's KGW TV's Futurecast model. Graphically, it's a little prettier to look at, if you will. So again, here's 5 o'clock this afternoon, rain right along the coast. Yeah, that makes sense. Otherwise, pretty much dry. Here's some showers at 9 o'clock, starting to move into the Willamette Valley, but not much. Really light stuff in the morning. Here's the chance of thunderstorms early tomorrow morning, where we see the yellow over in central Oregon, and a chance of some partly cloudy scattered shower activity in the valley Saturday afternoon. But again, not much. I think overall the outdoor plans are good. Just don't be shocked if there's a brief shower or a raindrop. The big story for the weekend is really the scattered storm potential east flank of the Cascades, central and eastern Oregon, as this just keeps replaying. Rain amounts show that some of you folks in central and eastern Oregon, if you get hammered with a thunderstorm, could pick up a half of an inch of rain. Otherwise, on the west side, the coast could get 10, maybe 15 100ths of an inch of rain this evening. Other than that, I think any rain amounts tonight or tomorrow on the west side of Oregon and Washington will be traceable amounts to maybe 5 100. So again, not the good soak that we absolutely could use. Here's the way the upper flow pattern looks on the European model. This is this afternoon. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's yesterday. This, well, hold on. All right, this is this afternoon. Pardon me. All right. Trough offshore. This is what's trying to move in. This is the ridging that produced 80-degree temperatures yesterday moving off. So as we go into Saturday, this pattern splits. See how there's not many contour lines over central Oregon? This pattern splits and goes into California or stays with the main trough up north. And we have a cooler Saturday. We have some cloudiness with sunshine mixing and a shower threat. And then by the time we get into Sunday, now the next ridge is starting to move in. We go totally dry. And then we get back up into the 70s with ridging on Monday of next week, on Tuesday of next week, on Wednesday of next week. Here's Thursday of next week. So last time I talked to you, I think I was saying, hey, we're keeping an eye on Thursday and Friday of next week, which would be this upcoming week. And at the time, it looked like there was an upper level low. We could have some decent rain chances. But here's what Thursday, May 8th looks like now. That's basically a dry, partly cloudy day. Some of the modeling is giving us a reason to say there's a chance of showers. But basically, that was Friday. This is Saturday. Here's Sunday. There's no guaranteed rain chance in any of that. In fact, we might stay warm through Friday of next week and then see a little bit of a downward trend temperature-wise over Mother's Day weekend. This is Mother's Day, Sunday, May 12th. So this is a week trough. You would think maybe some morning cloudiness, temperatures that potentially would be no warmer than 70 and maybe hold in the 60s. Doesn't look like a realistic rain chance, but it won't be overly hot. So there's a really good chance right now that at least going into Mother's Day weekend, temperatures will be pretty comfortable. But if you keep playing this, there's no guaranteed rain. I'm all the way to Saturday, May 17th. There's no guaranteed rain system. Remember, the outlooks for May were as dry as April. April did well to get an inch. Could we do well to get an inch of rain in May? Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. All right, let's go city by city on the forecast. 79 down in Medford at 5 o'clock. Some clouds, a shower chance tomorrow, and then that's it. And then by Monday, you're back to 78, 80s on Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. So there's that dry weather coming our direction. Let's run out to Pendleton. Again, it's the National Weather Service NOAA feed that has spelt Pendleton wrong. Nothing I can do about it. I did write a help desk ticket, if you will. Never heard back. All right. Chance of showers tomorrow, but that's a 50-50 chance. Remember, when you get out east, now we're talking about the scattered, not only showers, but maybe some thunderstorms. So you folks at the very least in eastern Oregon on Saturday will see cumulus clouds building along the horizon and maybe see stormy skies, even if you don't get a storm where you are. But then Sunday, it's sunny, and then you're into the 70s on Monday, and you're in the 80s Wednesday of next week. Okay. What about central Oregon? Same thing. Showers likely. Some of these could be thunderstorms. Sunday, you're dry, and then there's the warm up, and there's 81 degrees on Wednesday of next week. Up in Seattle, chance of showers Saturday. This would be just scattered light possibilities like Portland's going to have. Sunday's dry like Portland, and then we warm up. 77 Tuesday, 72 Wednesday, all dry Thursday and Friday of next week. Salem's going to be very similar. The shower chance tomorrow, the dry Sunday, the 70s on Monday, the 81 on Tuesday. I expect Eugene to be the same. Yeah, all dry Sunday, well, into next week. Tell you what, I mean, I like nice weather too, but we need some rain at this point. I think you'll agree with me. Here's North Bend. Gradual clearing tomorrow, no realistic rain chance that far south along the coast. And you've got otherwise dry weather Sunday through Friday of next week. Okay. Hey, today, Mount Hood Meadows was open. Tomorrow, Mount Hood Meadows is open. Tomorrow is the regular season final day for Mount Hood Meadows. After tomorrow, they will not be open. Only Timberline will be open. You can see on Ski Bowl, there's no snow on the lower slope anymore. No surprise there. It's May. 53 is the temperature. Meadows got to 57 today. Timberline 51. And if you are going up to Cascades tomorrow, it will be cooler with that cold front coming in this evening. Only in the low 40s at Government Camp. A chance of clouds and some rain showers. Sunday, if you're going to go up there hiking, a little bit warmer, still only around 50 or 49 at pass level, but it will be a dry day. There's 57 at Government Camp right now. Of course, it's no longer winter, so all the passes are in great shape. All right, courtesy of Hazeldale Tire Pros. Thank you very much. My 7-day forecast. We'll go 63 tomorrow. Yeah, today, by the way, I'd forecasted 75. It looks like the high is going to end up being 77. Pretty nice day. Had the sun late enough in the day to warm up. Tomorrow, different story. We're behind that cold front. Kind of a partly cloudy day. We'll watch for a scattered shower mixed in. Any showers tomorrow, I think, will be quick hitting and brief and not really overly mess with you. 63. No rain chance Sunday, 68. And then we go warm. 76 Monday, 80 on Tuesday, maybe warmer. 77 on Wednesday, maybe warmer. For now, I'm watching a shower threat on that Thursday, but I may end up taking that out and certainly dry on Friday after that. Well, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. That helps me out. You'll be notified when I post. For now, wishing you a nice Friday night and a good weekend. I'm Rod Hill.